This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, that was fun to watch. And everything you and me have been complaining about in recent weeks, we can put that to the side right now. Red Sox bullpen, terrific. Mike Estabrook, shame on you. And with that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime baseball play-by-play announcer and storyteller. I've called games in the Tokyo Dome in Japan, Dodger Stadium, Target Field, Minute Maid Park in Houston, Kauffman Stadium in KC, Jacobs Field, Globe Life in Arlington, and the Lasher Park in Lowell, Massachusetts. We are providing reaction, plenty of reaction from this one. Yes, we are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as a Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox podcast, we're talking about Walker Buehler's return. We're talking about Carlos Narvaez and Rafi Devers both going deep and accounting for the only runs of the game. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the Red Sox conversation with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Hit that comment button. You can also comment if you're listening to the podcast feed after you listen to the podcast or the next day. Follow me and continue the conversation on the X at Lennox on Baseball. We do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. So the Red Sox have clinched this series up 2-0 on the New York Mets. Go for the series sweep. And oh, by the way, who pitches on Wednesday in the finale? Garrett Crochet.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Walker Buehler returns for the Red Sox. Buehler in the third inning, tossed by home plate umpire Mike Estabrook. Estabrook escalated it. You can watch the video and draw your own conclusions, but in no way, shape, or form should he have gone out. You know, he doesn't want Walker Buehler coming in from the pitcher's mound to say that pitch was a strike to Juan Soto. Estabrook should have never left behind home plate. Shame on him. And whatever excuse or whatever explanation he gives after the game, and he should be available, the explanation is useless. Buehler gets tossed. Alex Cora gets tossed. And I don't ever want to hear anyone say Alex Cora doesn't have his players' backs, because he was out there immediately and he gets tossed. So Ramon Vasquez, the win gets credit to Alex Cora and his managerial record, not to Ramon Vasquez, but Ramon Vasquez. And hey, let's not fool ourselves. Alex Cora was probably in on the decision-making from his office in the clubhouse at Fenway Park. But the Red Sox use of their bullpen for the second straight night against the Mets, not good. Not good. Terrific. And we have to tip our cap. Everyone has to tip the cap to the Red Sox bullpen for the second straight night because they've been outstanding. Bernardino, in a rough spot, has to come in. Wasn't ready to pitch in the third inning, but goes an inning and two-thirds, gives up a hit. Whitlock, 2 hits allowed, 1 strikeout in his scoreless inning. He gets credit for the victory. Wilson, 2/3 of an inning. Weissert, 2/3 of an inning. And we don't do this often enough, but I'm going to do it right now. What's he going to do? What's he going to say? We don't always know what he's going to say. We're going to get to your comments in just a minute. I'm going to tell you that right now. But we don't do this often enough, but with this night, yeah, we're going to do it right now.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
At bat of the game, which we usually give in the second segment, and our player of the game come together here. Because Justin Slayton is your player of the game. Inning and 2/3 out of the bullpen, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outs on 12 total pitches. Slayton comes into the game, and I had 2 at-bats of the night last night as the bullpen in 2 different situations late in the game, retiring Francisco Lindor. But Slayton in the 7th inning, Greg Weissert gives up a base hit with 1 out. Slayton comes in to face Francisco Lindor. 4-6-3 double play, inning over. Then Slayton takes the mound for the 8th inning. He's got Soto. He's got Alonso. He's got Nimmo. 3 ground ball outs for Justin Slayton, player of the game. Bullpen deserves kudos. Second straight game where they need to go long in relief. and get the job done. 2 games, 2 scoreless bullpen efforts. And we've been on the bullpen. But Slayton gets the job done again, and he's back on track. 6 straight scoreless outings. So our player of the game, Justin Slayton, our at-bat of the game, really 4 at-bats for Slayton, retiring 4 batters that he faces on 12 pitches. And I've said this before about the Red Sox offense. Sometimes late in the game, 6th inning, 7th inning on, they go down like soft bleep in rain. Mets offense did that against the Red Sox bullpen. 6th inning. Justin Wilson, couple of strikeouts, 2-out walk to McNeil. Weiser comes in, faces Alvarez, first pitch, ground ball to third, taken care of by Bregman, inning over. And then Chapman in the 9th inning, facing Vientos and McNeil, the first 2 batters, a couple of ground ball outs, gets the final out on a pop out, and the job done. You did not want Pete Alonso coming to the plate as a tying run in the 8th inning. Slayton retired Juan Soto, who's really not having a good stretch right now for the New York Mets, in case you didn't notice. Number of the night, 3rd shutout win of the season for the Red Sox. The runs, 2. Our guy, Carlos Narvaez. He's our guy. Rafael Devers is our designated hitter. Carlos Narvaez is our guy. A solo home run for Narvaez. It comes against Clay Holmes in the 5th inning. 2 batters later, Rafael Devers makes it 2-0. Red Sox didn't add on. I'm not going to waste any time on that tonight. But the Red Sox hitters, especially early on against Holmes, had opportunities. They ended up going 0 for 4 in the game with runners in scoring position and leaving 6 runners on base. A lot of that was early on against Clay Holmes. Holmes, really through the first 4, giving up just a couple of base hits to Abreu and Story, 3 walks, and that was it. He did a terrific job. But the Mets did nothing with runners in scoring position all night. 0 for 7 and 7 left on. Most of that was early on. High leverage situation in the 8th inning. It's a 2-run game. You get the tying run on base, and you go from there. Slayton did not allow that to happen in the 8th inning. Chapman did not allow that to happen in the 9th inning. The Mets offense going down like soft bleep in rain. Love this win. 2-0. Again, 3rd shutout win of the season for the Red Sox. Let's get to your comments right now. We've got plenty. Again, I'm giddy. I was giddy Saturday, was disappointed on Sunday just like you, excited last night. This is 3 out of 4. This is a 3-1 win against the Mets and a 2-0 victory against the Mets. You have an opportunity now for a sweep. Then you welcome in the Orioles. All of a sudden, things are looking up. Now, if you fool us here and you somehow you've got 5 games left on this homestand, right? You're now 3-2 after dropping 2 out of 3 to Atlanta. Now you move forward. But don't make us look ridiculous right now, feeling excited about where you're at on this homestand. Step on the Mets' necks on Wednesday with Crochet on the mound. And Crochet goes to the mound, by the way. Here's a number of the night. I'm getting to your comments here in just a moment. Caleb is going to be our leadoff hitter in less than 90 seconds. This is going to be Crochet's 11th start of the season. He started on opening day. So 9 starts after a game prior. This is going to be just the 3rd time this season for Crochet making a start for the Red Sox after a win. 7 times he's taken the mound after a loss. He's your ace. Get the sweep. And Crochet, I think, goes home tonight from Fenway Park, puts his head on the pillow saying, I've got to pick up the bullpen now. You'd really like to see Garrett Crochet absolutely go 7. There may have to be a move. You may need to get a fresh arm up from AAA. Birdie goes down. Didn't want to see that, but numbers, he's the one who goes down. It's not a seniority thing. It's just, hey, we're going with the guys that we got right now. Birdie goes down. And he had 2 scoreless outings. He can't come back up. I think the only way he could come back up is there an injury, and I'm not going down that road. But they might have to trade out an arm to have an arm from Worcester for Wednesday. But you need a solid 7 from Crochet. You wanna really go for it? You need 8, and then 1 reliever. But Mike Estabrook, are you kidding me? You know what kind of bad situation you put a team in? And I don't care if it's the Red Sox or any of the other 29 big league clubs. You put a team in a real bad position. Walker Buehler did not deserve to be tossed from that game. Caleb, let's keep complaining about the pitching. It seems to be working. Caleb, First off, you made me chuckle. Thank you. And, yeah, you know what? Let's complain about it. Slayton needed 12 pitches to get 5 outs. Are you kidding me? That's too many. Tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic right there. Geez World, I'm this close to getting an Narvaez jersey. Rookie of the month. Why are you this close? Do it. Come on, Geez World. Do it. Get it done. Geez World, how many Red Sox jerseys do you have? Adam Baum. Who let Dr. Evil Umpire? Yeah. And you know what? If you had said, hey, give me one thought on Mike Estabrook, I would have said, you know what? I've never really heard his name that often outside of he's a good umpire, above average. What he did on Tuesday night, he needs to be held accountable for that. He really does, in my view. Caleb, haven't felt this happy about a catcher since the days of Jared Saltalamacchia. I had Jared in the minors when he was in the Brave system coming up as a young catcher. It was him and McCann, I believe, at the same time pretty much. Good guy to have around the game. I don't know what he's doing right now, but I know he's around the game, which is a great thing. Dan checking in. Reporting from outside Fenway. 2 ejections, 2 home runs, many disappointed Mets fans. Baseball is getting good. Dan, appreciate that. I love that. Tell your friends about us. Leave the ballpark. Leave Fenway after a win or a loss. Misery loves company, remember, and that's happened recently. But back to 500 for the 11th time this year. 25 and 25 through 50. Where you want to be? Absolutely not. Building blocks. And how about the home runs for Narvaez and Devers? They didn't use the Wally mask. They used the beat-up phone from Alex Cora. Alex Cora has his players' backs. That's one of the positives for Alex Cora, and that's never going to be changed. Okay? He's a family man. Showed that on Monday. And then has to answer questions about it. This isn't the forum for that. But give me a break. The man went and attended a full day at his daughter's Boston College graduation. You know how many things that man and baseball people, well, that's their job, they've missed in their kids' and wives' lives over the years? For that to be on the radio on Tuesday, I'll tell you this, my opinion, ridiculous. Moving on. Dan, appreciate it, and you summed it up perfectly right there. 2 ejections, 2 home runs. Sometimes it just takes 2. Sometimes it just takes 1. Adding on. 2-0 lead turns out to be the final. Patrick, much like last night, build on the D and the pitching. Another great win, and love to see Walker and Cora fired up. Keep rolling, fellas. Patrick, Dan, summing it up beautifully. Jules, who goes tomorrow? Who goes tomorrow? Looking for the series sweep. Oh, yeah, the ace. Garrett Crochet. Bullpen, back-to-back monster nights. That's from Dan. Yeah, Crochet needs to go 8. Jules, I'm right there with you. 7 on Wednesday from your ace, that's very good. If it's 9-0 and Crochet is done and the Red Sox are up 9-0 and he's gone 7, give the bullpen the final 2. But if it's another close game, you want Crochet for 8. He's the guy you're going to trust in a low-scoring, close game on Wednesday as the Red Sox look for the series sweep. Zach, you want know when they play MLB The Show and you've been playing on a hard difficulty level for a long time, then you switch to a lower difficulty to see what happens and you're awful because it's too easy? Zach, where are you going there? I feel like that's the Sox right now. They beat good pitchers and good teams. Now I see. You went to the next point. Zach, one more time. Just not the Tigers, LOL. And, again, the Tigers have hit a little stumbling block here. Not a big one. But they were world beaters. Everyone sort of comes back to life. The Red Sox right now, 500 team through 50. It's time to step on the pedal and really get going forward here. More of your comments, numbers of the night. Red Sox have clinched the series from the Mets. And like the Mets did to the Red Sox at Citi Field last September, they're going to look for the sweep here in May at Fenway. They do that with Crochet on the mound Wednesday for the finale. Locked On Red Sox postcast, talking about the Red Sox third combined shutout win of the season. We are presented by Monarch Money. Ever check your bank account and wonder, hey, where'd all my money go? I've been there more than once. Between dining out, online shopping, entertainment, easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in. Your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is not just a budgeting app. It is a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So you stop just managing your money and start building on your wealth. When you start using Monarch Money, you may soon realize just how much you are spending on food delivery or dining out. Once you understand that, you may start budgeting smarter and you might start saving more. Instead of juggling multiple apps, you can use Monarch Money to check your finances, track spending, and even plan on your long-term financial goals. Managing money with your partner is smoother than ever. You can track shared and personal accounts, set your financial goals, and stay on the same financial page without all the stress. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Right now, use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off on your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB, and half off on your first year. That's monarchmoney.com. Just think about this. Think about how excited you are right now. Think about how excited I was Saturday and then again on Monday, disappointed on Sunday, and now excited after this victory. This is 3 out of 4. This is taking 2 in a row against the Mets, who are no longer in first place in the NL East, by the way. Okay, well, you hit them when they were down. Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Go for the sweep. Penn, terrific. Solid. The 2 home runs, the at-bat of the night, Slayton getting Lindor to hit into the inning-ending double play. Red Sox are turning double plays, getting the ground ball double plays. 3 in each of the previous 2 games, Sunday and Monday. And now what is it? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10 double plays turned on the ground in the last 6 games. Christian Campbell in the starting lineup in center field. You know, Cedar Rafaela last year moved around, second base, shortstop, center field. Christian Campbell and now taking balls at first base as well. I don't know that they're setting Campbell up right now for success. 4 for 47, now 4 for 50, 3 RBIs in 12 games during the month of May. They've got to get him on track offensively. Because if this, player of the month, rookie of the month for March, April, if this funk continues throughout the course of May, he's got to get out of this, okay? And if he's thinking about where he's playing on the field, and you want him to have tunnel vision right now, you want to see him refine his approach, make the adjustments that he needs against big league pitchers, and kind of go from there. Because right now, you've got to get him on track. You started him in the big leagues at the very start of the season. Rafi Devers, another home run, 10th on the season, 3rd in 4 games. There's another number of the night. And our guy, Carlos Narvaez, the home run to break the scoreless tie, getting the Red Sox on the board, now 7 RBIs in the month of May. He's just doing a little bit of everything. He really is. And it's great to see. I mean, he does a terrific job behind the plate. And his offense, 5 home runs now. Project him out. Again, I said it after the victory on Monday night. He's going to get a bulk of the duties and bulk of the action behind the plate now. You just don't – he's going to wear down naturally over the course of the season, but you don't want to wear him down to the point where the bat looks, slow, and all of a sudden he's not doing the job defensively behind the plate. And I think what needs to be talked about with Carlos Narvaez as well is the fact of how he handles the pitching staff, because he's a big part of what the Red Sox pitchers were able to do in the shutout win against the Mets, winning 2-0. Mets, best ERA in baseball. You've won 3-1 and you've won 2-0. You've held them to 2 runs over the first 2 games. And I think with the Mets, right now, if you're the Red Sox, keep tabs on them for their upcoming weekend series. Because sooner or later, they're going to break out again. They're going to be very similar to the Red Sox in the sense of all of a sudden the lineup's going to hit 1 through 9. Back to the comments we go. Where do we start off here? Mets have lost 3 in a row. Yeah, they dropped 2 out of 3 against the dropped 2 out of 3 against the Yankees, and now dropping the first 2 here against the Red Sox as well. So now you go for the series sweep. Bullpen, awesome. That's from Harry, man. Thank you very much. Enjoy responsibly, Jules. Red Sox diehard, I really want to see this channel succeed. Hit the like button so this can reach more Sox fans. Thank you, Red Sox diehard. Glad you're back today. I know we've had moments of crisis of confidence. That's okay. Like button not working. Not sure why that is. Red Sox diehard, one more. I don't want to hear any more Trey Devers slander. He's our new Big Papi. He really is. Because Devers could be your DH, my DH, the Red Sox DH for the rest of his career, and the trajectory is a Hall of Fame career. It really is. And by the way, with that home run now in the top 10 in Red Sox history for home runs, career home runs. Cody, what another bullpen performance, but what a horrible display by the home plate umpire with the tosses. Yeah, it was. Mike Estabrook touched on it in segment number 1. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It happens from time to time. He needs to offer an explanation, and he needs to be held accountable for what he did. And he may very well come back and understand, hey, I was in the wrong, because he was very aggressive. He doesn't want Buehler walking from the mound towards home plate. He should not have left behind the home plate area. And he did. And then he puts the stop sign up to Buehler. No. Danny. Where'd Danny go? Love the what, but never to see 8 of 10 or something before I get excited. I think I get what. Yeah, Danny, and I've said that. You can't get excited right now. Where I'm excited, you've won 3 out of 4. You've taken 2 against a very good Mets team. But yeah, this needs to be, this needs to be a terrific homestand. 7-3, 8-2 now on the table. That means you have to run the table because you lost 2 out of 3 to the Braves to open it up. Dan, one more. The Devers Jim Rice stat comparison is really close through age 28. Yeah, he's right there. He's right there. And there's nothing right now that would tell you that Rafael Devers is not a future Hall of Famer. Not at all. Hey, what's next? We've already touched on it. Go for the series sweep. Go for the series sweep. Tyler McGill against Garrett Crochet. You've got your ace on the mound. McGill's been a little bit up and down. He can be a guy you can knock out early on. But if he gets going, he can get into the 6th inning with just a couple of runs allowed. But Garrett Crochet, let's see it again. Again, this is only the 3rd time this season that Crochet is going to make a mound start after a Red Sox win. So he doesn't have to stop the bleeding. All he has to do is keep the train moving forward. 1 step forward, 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward. Keep it going. Sweep the series, enjoy a Wednesday night, and then come back and welcome in the Baltimore Orioles, who are going in the wrong direction still, even with a new manager in place, even though it's on an interim basis. As always, we thank you for being on board with us. And everybody, word of mouth advertising is the best advertising. And as we've got fans leaving the ballpark, tuning into Locked On Red Sox Postcast, we are here after each and every Red Sox game. So again, to Red Sox diehard, and to as well going through here, where were we? Was it Dan? It was Dan. Dan Berube checking in, leaving the ballpark, couple ejections, 2 home runs, summing it up perfectly. Many disappointed Met fans. And I think I heard Will Fleming, Mike Monaco on WEI and the Red Sox Radio Network saying a lot less Met fans on Tuesday than there were on Monday. Again, we will be on board with you Wednesday within minutes of the final out. Hopefully we're talking about a Garrett Crochet performance that is unlike any that we've seen so far this season. And that would be an outstanding start because he's had a couple along the way. Hopefully we're talking about a sweep after Game 3 of the Mets-Red Sox series Wednesday night. We'll be on board with you once again within minutes of the final out. Locked On Red Sox, number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.